Hello everyone, this time I'm gonna tell you my explanation of the articles, the historical journeys articles that I have read. So the articles is about the journey of Ibn Fadlan. Ibn Fadlan is a man who went on a diplomatic mission to the northern places far away from his hometown in Baghdad, Iraq, during the Abbasid Caliphate era in the early of two decades in 10th century. At the time, his trip aimed to explain Islamic laws to the recently converted Volga Bulgars. Volga Bulgars at the time originally came from the frontiers of China. So these peoples who came in groups wander and settle to the place that led to the western shores of the Black Sea and had settled along the eastern shore of the Volga River. On his journey to the northern places, he wrote about the Turks who live in the south of the Volga River since 8th century, and they had later become a kingdom who embraced Judaism, the religion of Judah. Their kingdom was known as the Khazar Khanate. If I'm not mistaken, the pronunciation is Khanate. What interests me the most is his encounter with the Vikings from Scandinavian who had long settled in the area around the Caspian Sea and Volga River. From his writings, Ibn Fadlan describes these Vikings as perfect species people, second to none, like a palm tree, fair and reddish. These people, the Vikings, do not wear a tunic or kaftan as Ibn Fadlan usually see in his back life then. So these people is very different from the others. Their perfect physical looking are so opposite to their customs as Fadlan expected. Their customs are depicted as very different and contrary to the Muslims people in general. Ibn Fadlan said that the Vikings were among the dirtiest of all living creatures created by Allah. They do not wash themselves when in state of ritual impurity after having sexual intercourse, and do not even wash their hands after eating. Other things such as a funeral procedures for those died among them, and how they gather together their possessions and divide them into several portions used for their own interests. And again, among them, the pretty slave girls destined for sale to merchants, and there is also the man described would have sexual intercourse while with his slave girl, while his companion looks on what they doing. And there are still so many things described by Fadlan about the customs of the kingdom, the customs of the people in the kingdom of northern people he met, especially the Vikings who later one day called as Rus, and probably known as Russian people nowadays. From his journey, I got inspired by how he approached these peoples, the people he never met before, the people in terms of new people he met and how to deal with. So this is what I got from him. the inspiration that I've got so far. Thank you.